I'm just still trying to record this podcast.
Get the out of here.
We need like 15 more minutes, dude.
Get the out of here. It's 5 o'clock.
I know, Kevin. It's so hard. Ready? Let's clap.
Action, yeah.
Okay. It's KFC Radio. What does he say?
It's KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network podcast.
It's KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. That was the best I could do. We're going to do a quick episode today because I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk anything other than bullet points. This is going to be weird. For starters, Barbie is not about the Iraq War. Something I learned recently.
I was also fooled.
Bro, here's the fucking deal with them. They do it with the regular movies.
Yeah.
Like they did it really with Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And I read about the there's like all this talk about what a brilliant script it is and how genius it is. And it's not out of the realm of possibility that a bunch of people in Hollywood would read a script about criticisms of the Iraq War with an overlay of Barbie and Mattel and be like, this is the most brilliant fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, that's not what I thought it was going to be about. But but like it also made like that's the genius of their thing is that like commentary on American imperialism makes sense for Barbie. It was surprising. It would have been dumber if I was like, I fucking knew it. Like, at least I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
I saw your tweet and I was like, that's shocking. And I started laughing to myself. And there's 3 of my friends that like are off of Twitter that are walking around right now, like fully convinced, like ready to walk in a Barbie, like waiting for some comments on the war.
Dude, Kevin's not here today. It's Keegan's birthday and shit like that. And I was texting him. Luckily, it was Keegan's birthday, so he was busy. But I texted him that tweet and was like, dude, I cannot wait for you to hate this movie. And then I took a shower. So there was like a 10-minute window where I could have brought Kevin down with me like I always do. And luckily, by the time I got out of the shower, my head had cleared. And I just texted him, like, it's come to my attention that these might not be real reviews. and I went to his Twitter. I was like, fuck, did I fuck him over too? And luckily I didn't. But I don't know, man. Barbie's not about the Iraq War. For all of you who were concerned. I was very concerned. It's not about the Iraq War. But, 1, I watched Inglourious Basterds last night. 2, while we're talking war, let's talk the big one. Let's talk World War II. This is going to be the stupidest podcast ever. Dude, I forgot. I was watching Inglourious Basterds last night, and Hitler's a pretty focal point of that, if you haven't seen it. And I forgot, I think, to like just talk about when I was in Amsterdam, I went to their Museum of Modern Art. I actually tweeted a picture from there because it was straight out of Sunny. Like, there was just an electric box in the middle of the room. And I was like, I don't know if this is art or if this is an electrical box. As I sit here right now, I still don't know the answer to that. I went late May, early June. So you're going to have to do a little scrolling here. But I think the tweet, if you want to try and find... Actually, wait, what's it? Yeah, you're right. Scroll back a little more. Like, it's just in the middle of the room.
That's art.
That's art.
Yeah.
That's just literally Sunny, where it's like it's an air conditioner. It's just electrical thing. Whatever. The point of all this is an interesting part of strolling through the Museum of Modern Art is it's done very era-wise. Like, it's, the second floor is more modern art. It's actually interesting that like the Museum of Modern Art, it has sections where the art was modern in its time, which is theoretically all art was modern art in its time. But it was like, here's the 1940s modern art. And it's like, well, I think we just call that art now. But there was a section. So you're going through it, and you realize that in every era, the art was pretty had a lot of commentary about, much like the Iraq War, about like what was going on in the world. And as you move through the eras, you realize like it's almost like disasters. You can compartmentalize them like time capsules, and you realize how much better life gets and has gotten. Like the 1940s modern art was like I was in Amsterdam, so it was pretty European based, but it was like artists fleeing Nazis, and one was fucking so sick, dude. One was this artist called Max Bregman, and so there was, when Hitler, I think it was 1937, 39, something like that, Hitler had something called the Degenerate Art Exhibit, and it was arts and pieces of art that he considered made by degenerates. I don't know how much you know about Hitler. Hitler, not a fan of degenerates. Liked him a little more than Jews, but not a ton more than Jews. And so if you were on display at the Degenerate Art Exhibition, not a good thing. Mm-hmm. He sent out like invitations to all the artists. Max Bregman rolls up with his wife like, shit, I got invited to this big art show. I'm in the show. This is crazy. This is awesome. Gets there, sees the big sign, Degenerate Art Exhibition, and is like, oh boy, this isn't the art exhibition I want to be at. Flees the country, grabs his wife, flees the country, which you got to give it up for Hitler. That's a gangster way to let someone know you're going to kill them. Is you put on an art show and hang their art and let them know that they are not long for this world. Not a good guy by any stretch of the imagination. That is some inventive, I'm going to kill your ass way. And
gotta give him credit.
As we do in every KFC Radio episode, I just got to tip my cap to Hitler real quick. Like, that's dope. That's fucking cool as shit to invite someone to an art exhibition to let them know they're in big trouble. But anyway, Max Bregman grabs his wife, flees Germany, and then continues painting, obviously. And the piece that was on display that day was it's him and his wife in what you would call traveling clothes, which nowadays is like fucking Lululemons, but back then, very fancy clothes. He had a bowler cap, very nice. His wife had a big overcoat, little bonnet. Everyone looked good. But what he would do to motherfuck the Nazis is in his bowler cap, he would write where he was when he painted the picture and then put it on display. So they were chasing him around all Europe as he was fleeing and just flashing like, here I am, you missed me, motherfuckers. And then he'd hang that painting up somewhere. And that's, I'm not going to say more gangster than inviting someone to an art exhibition to let them know you're going to kill them, but it's pretty comparable. Anyway, you continue to go through the art exhibitions and shit like that, and you finally get to like the actual modern art at the Modern Art Museum. It's not as good. dude, in the Modern Art Museum, first of all, that electrical box was one thing, not great. And then the other one that I remember very clearly was it was like an outfit that like a fucking, I don't know, a mechanic would wear, where it's like, you know, like that onesie kind of deal, but it's just got an Uber patch on it, and it's in a cage. And I guess they're saying that Uber drivers are prisoners. And I don't think that really compares to like fleeing the Degenerate Art Exhibition and letting Hitler know where you are and staying on the run. They don't really compare to me. They were fucking, I was like, this is crazy. And then you like can extrapolate that like since that art has been made, and you think about like the eras of outrage and not outrage, but like societal outrage that even I've lived through, where like when there was the manspreading was my favorite one. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you're old enough to remember. There was like a 2-year window on the internet where manspreading, which is a guy sits like this. This is how most guys sit. Humongous issue on the internet. How wide the people who are traditionally larger with something hanging between their legs that is delicate, how wide they sit was almost the only thing the internet talked about for roughly 2 years. Compare that to a guy who got invited to the degenerate art exhibition to let him know he was getting killed. It's not the same. That's egregious. That's all right. Never mind. They got sense. It is basically like the Holocaust. All right. That's the end of the episode. Just wanted to get my Max Breckman take off real quick. What else we got? Let's see. I went to the chiropractor the other day, and I've been going. Tom, our chiropractor. I should probably ask him if he wants shout-outs or not, because I don't mind giving him shout-outs, obviously, but he might prefer to remain private, as many businesses do. But he said the most insulting thing to me I've ever heard, I think. And it's not insulting, and it makes sense, but it's still incredibly insulting. He was kind of stretching me out. I got a torn hip. We've been working on my torn hip. We're doing all kinds of hip exercises, and he's doing this thing where he kind of got my arm tucked under his. I'm laying on the bench like this, right? And he's got my leg, and he's got my foot hooked under his arm, and he's basically just pulling it out. And he's just wiggling it in circles, and he's, I don't know, whatever, doing what fucking sports medicine chiropractors do. And he's grunting and groaning, and he finally just goes, Jesus, you got a heavy leg. And it's so specific. Like, I know I'm big and fat, but, like, to be like, your leg specifically is exceptionally heavy. It's like the most insulting thing anyone's ever said. Like if you say you're fat, like, yeah, I got it. If you were like, you got a heavy ass arm, dude. I don't know. Next topic. What else we got? Now I'm about out. Covered the Iraq War. Covered the degenerate art exhibition. Covered I got heavy legs. We can get 6 ads in here?
No. You have to go for at least another hour.
That's gonna be tough. All right, just start throwing shit at me. We talked about this last time. I don't talk unless I'm prompted. I got nothing to say.
What is if you could freeze anybody?
What's your favorite thing about our office?
Okay, I was in the middle of something.
If I could freeze, I'll do both.
Okay.
Well, you didn't finish.
Oh, that was it.
If I could freeze anybody?
I guess if you could, I don't really know where I was going with that. If you could freeze anybody, and then take, them just with you throughout life.
Probably Hitler.
The man loves Hitler.
He's got pretty badass views on art.
My favorite Hitler fact is that he used to get shit on. Like, used to get literally shit on by his niece.
I feel like people just say that about everyone famous just to bring down a good man.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
They say that about the guy who founded what children's hospital too? St. Jude's maybe? They say that he liked to get dumped on. I think I don't know, man. This is going to turn into a pro-Hitler episode, but I think that Hitler's catching a lot of strays now. I think you can just say the things he did that are factual. And I think that covers enough that he's not a very good guy. I don't think we have to add in he might have got scat porn. This is the issue. Scat play. This is the issue with modern society. Everyone wants their pound of flesh, and they gotta go outside the realm of reality. I don't think Hitler liked to get shit on. I'll say it. I don't care.
It's more fun to say he did, though.
Is it? I think it makes him more relatable. like if you're like, oh, that guy liked weird shit. All right. I can put myself in his shoes now. That guy's persecuted for his sexual fetish. Like, yeah, I get it, man. We've all been there. That sucks. Now I get why you lost your mind and got really angry all the time. If you just stick to, he fucking gassed people. I don't think he gets the relatability.
What does it say about the art thing?
Art critic. I mean, he was a failed artist. That was his original thing.
Yeah, that's why he didn't like the degenerates. He said these fucking guys could paint.
I had a class in high school. It was called Human Nature. And yeah, the made-up class. And how often Hitler came up was like concerning, but like never in a negative tone. Always in like a let's learn more about Hitler, to the point where I was like fully convinced this guy like definitely like fucks with Hitler. And he talked about two things: Hitler, and about how we all want to fuck our parents. You know that thing that's it's like, oh, you're gonna fuck somebody that looks just like your mom. So that was like most of the class. It was learning fun facts about Hitler.
Yeah. Every pop quiz was, your mom make you horny yet? It's gonna happen.
I got an A in the class.
You did?
I got an A.
You're like, Hitler's great. My mom's hot. Hey. I like the idea of becoming a teacher just to get the validation of children with your weird shit. Yeah, Hitler's kind of dope, right? He's just got pictures of his mom all across his classroom. I mean, you can see it. You can see how I would get like that.
I think Hitler was also, believe he was, from what I learned from Brother Gary, that he loved his mom.
Bro, what? Why? See, again, Hitler catching strays. Like, I think Hitler was a weirdo who loved his mom. Like, again, you're making the guy more relatable. He's got some weird sex stuff, loved his mom. I can put myself in Hitler's shoes now. You're going to have to cut out so much dead air in this episode. Okay. What do I like about The Office? There's not, like, I don't, like, actively hate it. It's bland. So like there's nothing, you're not like, it's vanilla ice cream. You're not like, this sucks. You're like, I wish it was better. But there's not like I wouldn't say there's anything I really hate either.
If there's one thing you can add, what would you add?
Nothing. It's fine. It's fine. What's one thing I like? I do want to answer these questions. This is fun. What is this?
This is a topic generator.
Bro, never mind. This is going to be a 5-hour episode. One thing I like about The Office, it would be the people in it. That's a lie.
Who's your favorite Barstool employee?
Who's my favorite Barstool employee? Kevin.
Least favorite
Barstool employee. Good question. Least favorite Barstool employee. I don't know, because I'm such a pussy about this where I'm like, well, they have appeal to other people. I honestly don't know who my least favorite employee is. Everybody is my favorite, and everybody's my least favorite.
What Barstool employee is most likely to kill somebody?
Oh, I saw this.
I didn't.
What's that?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Macrodosing had a video the other day where who's the most likely to be a serial killer in the office. Everyone went pretty Francis heavy, as you can imagine. I think it's putting him in a box because of his tone of voice. You want to know something? That fucking Francis is going to hear this and it's going to really bother him. Whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking care anymore. So we had dollar slices the other night. It was great. It was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. Make sure you come to the next one when it goes on sale. It sells out way too fast. The comics were unbelievable. I thought the crowd had some times where funny thing about Barstool fans is that they, in my experience on social media, they're like very much the people can't take a joke these days and fucking everyone's our PC culture, cancel culture, blah 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 blah. And then they go to a comedy show where people are making rather edgy jokes. I wouldn't say that was like, what the fuck, this is crazy here, but like at times edgy jokes, and you could feel them pull back. And it's like, well, what the fuck? It's fucking just have a sense of humor. Like, don't cancel. Like, everyone laughed at everything. This isn't like saying that. I really don't think the laughter was representative of how funny it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I was in the back. You said you were in the mix.
I thought it was. I had a complete different take than you guys after the show.
Yeah.
Where you guys thought it was really good. The crowd was lacking a little bit. I thought the crowd was great. But also I saw what you're talking about where they kind of like step back a little bit during some.
It's like, whoa, they're talking about race.
Yeah,
Whoa, they're talking about this. Like,
where they were almost afraid to laugh.
Which is crazy coming from. And obviously, right, there were 180 people there, 190 people there, whatever they were. Zero of them could have ever said, fucking cancel culture, fucking people don't have a sense of humor anymore, blah, 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 blah. Zero of them could have ever said that. I'm broadly generalizing. Mm-hmm. But again, we were like in the back. We weren't in the crowd, so we didn't have like the laughter of the crowd. Maybe, as you said, you were in it. It was constant laughter. But I got the sense that people were pulling back. And like that's frustrating as someone who has, for however long I've been here, always read that, you know, whining about cancel culture. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, hang on, this is edgy. I don't know if you can say that. You can say fucking anything. Mm-hmm. Just laugh at it. I bring that whole show up, to say that during the show, I had a Barstool employee come up to me, a business employee, and whisper to me that they wish they didn't come. And I was like, why? It was when Francis was opening. And I was like, why? And they were like, it's just changing my entire perspective, my entire relationship with Francis. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they replied, I just didn't realize he's a really dark racist. And I was like, what the f-? I got angry. I like went over to Kat. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, how are people supposed to sell comedy if they don't fucking understand comedy? Francis's set not only was not racist, it was the opposite.
It was the complete opposite.
It was the complete opposite.
All he was doing was making fun of how he was like a privileged white guy.
who grew up in a very liberal home, and like you could make the argument Francis's set was too liberal.
Yeah.
And their takeaway was that Francis was a racist. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? How is this ever gonna work if the people who are upstairs think that's racist? That was very frustrating for me. Next topic.
Railroads is next.
Railroad. I have something on the topic of comedy shows, though. So I went to a comedy show for my girlfriend's birthday this weekend. I took her to the Cellar, and the show was, the lineup was probably 75% people under the LGBT spectrum, and those people had a harder time getting laughs than the people who didn't fall into that category. Like, for example, the host was a trans woman, and she couldn't get a laugh to save the life of her because people were scared to laugh at her making trans jokes. And it was almost like you're scared to laugh at her jokes, but now you're making her job way harder. Like, they're like scared to laugh at the trans jokes, but now she's the one having a way more difficult time.
Right. I can say it. This is the easy part. This is the only good part. I get to fucking say it.
Scared to laugh at her jokes. It was insane. I was like, I don't know. It was very uncomfortable.
We actually missed something the other day when we were doing. We were going through the office's weekend tweets and stuff like that, and there was one. And I'm gonna take you through the whole thought process here. Maybe we're gonna cut this too. Who knows? There was a tweet that did not get brought up in the office roundup tweet discussion. And there's a lot of reasons why it wasn't brought up. And I was told, I told the person who told me not to bring it up, I'm probably just going to bring it up later. And I'm bringing it up now because it's a funny-ass tweet. And all we do here is funny. That's all I care about. And it's funny. Castellani had a tweet. He was talking about, it's funny, man. He was talking about, there was Time magazine said that that America's love affair with ice cream is nearing an end. Castellani quote tweeted it and said, you don't have to look it up, I know it by heart. I have a tattoo parlor scheduled coming tomorrow. Castellani said he's probably gotten ice cream 3 times in the last year. I guess there was some people who, I don't know, whatever, tweeted him enough that Castellani felt the need to reply and defend himself for saying that. And Castellani said something to the effect of, I like ice cream, you weirdos. I just have self-discipline. I just have discipline. And that's a very funny tweet coming from somebody who was very recently in rehab. It just is. It just is. It's a funny tweet coming from I just got a little thing called discipline. And I understand Castellani is exceptionally open with his mental illness, and I'm sympathetic to that. But guess what? I'm also a mentally ill alcoholic, so I can fucking make fun of it. I get to say it, all right? I get to fucking say it. It's a funny-ass tweet. Next topic. This segment is brought to you by Zbiotics. Zbiotics. Let's face it. After a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. Sometimes I have to do a podcast. I have to make a choice. I can either have a great night or a great next day. That is, until I found Zbiotics. Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. Genetically. Zbiotics pre-alcoholic probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's the byproduct, not dehydration. That's the blame for your rough next day. Zbiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember to drink Zbiotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Go to Zbiotics.com to get 15% off your first order when you use code KFC at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code, KFC, so you can stay prepared no matter no matter the time or occasion. Zbiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to Zbiotics.com/KFC and use the code KFC at checkout for 15% off. Thanks to Zbiotics for sponsoring this episode.
I like this one. If you could make a holiday, what would it be like? What traditions would it have? What would people eat on your holiday?
Great question. If I could make a holiday, what would it be like? What traditions? I don't know why I'm repeating it like the microphone in front of you. If I could make any day a holiday, this is very easy. I would make Barstool Sports sales days a holiday. Any day there's a store in the Barstool Sports store, it's a sale in the Barstool Sports store, it's a national holiday. Because we now get 50 national holidays. The traditions would be 20% off in the Barstool Sports store. People would eat pizza on my holiday, and they would wear all kinds of merch. August 1st, there's going to be a sale in the Barstool Sports store. It's because things are going great. So go buy a bunch of shit. Next topic.
I think that tax day, gaslight everybody into thinking that's fun. Make it a holiday. Mm-hmm. Get some colors going. Get some snacks or like some, pizzazz to it. You gaslight everyone into thinking that taxes are fun. Make it a huge party day. Everyone loves doing taxes.
I understand your logic. It makes sense to me. I think it'll be really hard to gaslight me into thinking math is fun. I think it's an uphill battle. You want to know how bad I am at taxes?
But like giving away all your money to Christmas presents, like that's not fun, but it's it's just like giving.
But
it all away to
the joy
government.
you see from that is fun. You don't see. I am actually pro taxes.
Then maybe
I'm
we
gonna
do
be
videos of like the government being like, oh, more money.
Okay, now we're on to something.
Yeah.
Now I'm very in on that.
Yeah.
Because it's a bold stance in this world. I'm pro taxes. I have no problem paying my taxes. I wish it was utilized better, but I understand and agree with all of the logic of paying taxes. However, I'm so bad at it that I think even a holiday isn't going to save me. I'm currently avoiding my accountant like she's a bill collector. She's trying to give me money, but I have to get paper for her, and I'm ignoring her calls, and this has been going on for months. Because I already know I'm late, so I already know I fucked up. So I'm just, I've paid. She's just trying to give me the good part of paying your taxes, and I've avoided her since April. What month is it now? Almost end of July.
That was in July.
I won't return her calls. So it doesn't really fucking matter if you make it a holiday. There's gonna be issues with me with taxes. Next topic.
I'll lay this one out for you. If you could meet anyone in history, who would it be?
Bobby Hull.
No, not Hitler.
We just reminisce about Hitler. If I could meet anyone in history,
Bobby Hall.
Bobby Hull. He was a big Hitler guy.
Oh, that's a hockey guy.
Yeah. If I could meet anyone in history, I don't know. I guess it'd probably be just a regular ass person who's dead. Like right at that point, does it really matter? Right? If you can meet anyone in history, does it matter if they were a great person or not? Because you're talking to somebody who died. I got enough there to go on.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna have too many questions, to be honest. I'm like, what was it like? And there you go. Sucked. I knew it. and then that's it. And I'm like, all right, I'll catch you later, man. Once you're talking to someone who's come back from the dead, the gap is really small between president and fucking milkman. Like you come back from the dead. Like, we got stuff we can talk about. So I guess I would go with a T-Bird auto mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no reason for that. It's just I don't know why I thought of the T-Bird, but I did. Next topic. I feel like people are probably getting close to sick of this, so we'll move on after this one.
Will technology save the human race or destroy it?
Fucking neither. The technology will do exactly what every piece of technology everyone's ever feared did. Mildly change things, and then we just go back to arguing. It's not going to do either. People get worked up about I mean, you can apply it to everything. You talked about it with fucking what do they call them? The fucking gang. He's like, this is weird. Like, yeah, everything kids ever did, people thought was weird. Every new technology ever, people thought was gonna be the end of the world. My big issue with new technologies, we just gotta stop making technology movies. So people who have dumb arguments can stop saying things like, haven't you seen Terminator? Once we take that out of their hands, they got nothing. So stop making apocalyptic technology movies. Then every new technology could be good. Everyone's just seeing the benefits of it. They're seeing a cute little dog at Boston Dynamics. They go, that's a cute little dog. They're not going, haven't you seen the Terminator? You're going to attack us all and kill us. Just don't tell us about that part. What's our next segment?
Let's prank call
Prank call?
people in the office.
I like that.
Why are you looking at me like that's dumb?
Well, because you're gonna have to do it.
No, I'm not gonna.
I'm not a prank caller. Not that I'm in my friend group, I was the guy who just laughed, and I was the guy in prank calls who ruined the prank call because I was laughing too hard in the corner, and everyone would hear it. But
I feel like you'd be good at prank calls. You could do this.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I it's just not something I ever did. I enjoyed being the observer more than the caller itself. I had a buddy who would prank call. This is the meanest shit of all time. His grandmother. She lived on not Ellsbury Street. Where was it? I don't know why it matters, but whatever. Lived on Ellsbury Street across from Durfee High School. She had like a 2-decker ranch house. He knew that the only phone was in the kitchen downstairs. But he knew she only watched TV in her bedroom upstairs. And he would just call to make her go get the phone. And then would just berate her. Not like Jerky Boy style. Not like in a regular voice. Being like, you goddamn asshole. But she'd be like, every prank call to any old person ever. They'd be like, what? But the image of her having to come downstairs to get the phone and then get yelled at by a stranger and then hoof it back upstairs only for the phone to ring again in 5 minutes and it being that same stranger for fucking hours on end. We should be in jail. We should be in jail. It was funny. But it was never, I didn't have the bug.
All right, well, then that's the end of that segment.
New segment time. Okay. I guess let's be done.
No. We have so many more ads that we need to fit in.
That segment was brought to you by Body Armor. Body Armor is the official hydration partner of KFC Radio. We hydrate with Body Armor and ride with Team Body Armor. We have been drinking Body Armor from the beginning because they have the best products, best flavor, best ingredients, best athlete partners. There's Body Armor sports drinks and sport water all over this office. We stock the fridge with it, and it's empty within an hour. Sometimes even faster than that. Sometimes it's hard to find a Body Armor, and that can be frustrating. But it's because everyone likes it so much. No artificial stuff or fake ingredients. Real hydration with electrolytes, potassium, vitamins, etc. Some of the top athletes in the world drink this over Gatorade and the competition. I'm talking with Trae Young, Christian McCaffrey, Alex Morgan, Donovan Mitchell, Ronald Acuna, Sabrina Ionesco, and more. Favorite flavor right now? Obviously strawberry banana. It is by far the best. I got a bunch of them right there on the desk. It's actually uncomfortably delicious but that's good because we stay drinking this. In the office, at the gym, on the golf course, when we're hungover, all Body Armor products all the time. Go to buy Body Armor now on Amazon. I really am not good at this.
You are. You're just in your head. Can I say a quick? I watched Mission Impossible.
I meant to ask you if you liked it.
I just think that the whole thing could have been avoided if they just had zippers on their pockets. Like, the entire time they're just pickpocketing each other. They're putting like this key that's apparently the most important thing in the entire world. And they know that there's like this world-class pickpocketer around them, and they just put it in their loose pocket every single time.
I venture to guess that pickpockets throughout time have beaten the zipper, but your logic is there where it's like put it in something that's can't be broken into.
Coat pocket is at least better than.
Yeah, right. I mean, sometimes robbers can get in your house, but you still lock the door.
Exactly.
Make it a little harder on them.
And then if you feel somebody like, and then just like if you see that girl kind of coming up to you, cover your pockets. I don't know. It was bothering me so much.
Did you like the movie? Aside from that, or did that overwhelm you too much?
It's just Mission Impossible like isn't my thing. I think
it is. I said it after I went to see it. I love Mission Impossible. I think they're great, but they're not. The jump from
I've never seen a single one.
Your regular action movie to Mission Impossible isn't as ginormous as cinephiles would lead you to believe.
It was really cheesy.
It's cheesy and like so. I don't think you're a fast. No, you are a fast person.
I am fast.
You've seen your episodes of a few seasons of Fast. God damn, movies are fast. But it's all silly because when you break down action movies. You can all action movies are all action movies. Yeah. There's like 5 different kind of action movie you can make where it's like war. This is gonna be like when Michael Scott lists the kinds of business. So, war, kidnapping, apocalypse, technology,
think like Bank Heist.
Yeah.
Heist.
Yeah.
That's about it. Those are the action movies. I'm sure there are other ones, but they're like, so when you break it down to its fucking studs, every action movie is the same. There's an issue that is one of those 5, and the dialogue leads to 3 separate action scenes, 4 separate action scenes, and that's all it serves the purpose is to get from one to the next. But like, that's what Fast and Furious is. I acknowledge that the acting is better. I acknowledge that Tom Cruise is a better actor than Vin Diesel. But, like, they're not that dissimilar. There is... And then even, like, I was talking to Ken Jack about it the other day, and they're like, well, the practical effects. And I understand that, because I saw the new Indiana Jones, and, like, the whole first half hour is in CG, and it's not good. It's like watching the Polar Express. It is... like Harrison Ford's de-aged, the train's a cartoon. There's always like, it's not fun. The last hour and a half is awesome. I really like the last hour and a half of Indiana Jones, but like there's a clear difference between practical and CG. But the Fast and Furious does a lot of practical effects too. We just had on fucking Neil Moritz talk about being on the street in Rio when they're dragging the safe. Like they actually did that. Obviously, there are CG effects, and they didn't knock down buildings and shit like that. But there are parts of it that they actually filmed, just like Tom Cruise jumping off the cliff. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did jump off it, but like I don't know if the whole cliff is CG'd. The landing is CG'd in a sense that it's not CG'd. It's practical, but it didn't happen on that jump. I actually think that the reason they make such a big deal of the practical effects in Mission Impossible movies just as promo for the movie, just for marketing purposes. Yeah. Where like it's that whole thing which we've talked about for 2 years now, at least, maybe 3 years, that jump is like 4 seconds. It's not there. There's the jump, which I will admit you get that pit in your stomach when the scene we've all already seen when you see it in IMAX and he fucking does like that. He starts to free fall. You're like, oh shit. And that's sick. And then I think there's one more scene of him falling, and you can see the wind actually blowing his face back, kind of deal. And then that's it. That's the whole thing. We've been talking about that for 2 years. It's awesome and it's great, but I think it serves a larger purpose in marketing than it does in the actual movie. I thought the same thing with the Halo jump from MI6, 7, 6, whatever. But the Halo jump is awesome, but that's also crazy CG'd because he's not actually jumping into a fucking storm, so the whole sky's CG'd. It's not as like practical as I don't know. I'm not trying to like because I obviously don't have the knowledge of how this works. I have a layman's eye, but to my eye, it's there's a lot of CG still in a practical shot, so I feel like it almost works more as marketing than it does. I will say too, in Maverick, I could tell. Maverick, you saw their faces a lot, moving at fucking Mach 10. Next topic.
I watched the first episode of The Bear. It's so fucking good.
You love it?
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys? It's so good.
I'm glad. See, the issue with it, and I feel like it's kind of happening now, the storm, the pendulum swinging back.
Yeah.
Where now people are like, it sucks. It's just in the middle. It's clearly quality when you watch it. It's just not for me. And maybe that's boring. I don't know, but whatever.
I think the fact that you guys said it was bad made me go in, and I was like, oh no, this is really good. I think if I went in,
you don't find it incredibly stressful, particularly season 1.
I like stressful though. Like my
oh, that's right.
you
love Uncut Gems. Of course, you love The Bear. That makes perfect sense.
I like that constantly on. That's the only thing that keeps my eyes on the screen. Like I don't know. That's like I like high stress movies all the time, and that's like I have stress the entire time.
Yeah,
so I kind of.
I didn't even put that together. Of course, you're gonna like The Bear. Jack, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
Is it a lighter?
You're just flicking a lighter into the microphone.
Yeah. On a technical, yeah. But it was because there were like little sparks, and then whenever I'd flick it, like the spark would go. Sorry, I'm cutting this all out, but the spark would like go up there. So I was trying to figure out.
All right, that's pretty
how
cool.
it was.
That's
Yeah,
logical.
right?
Yeah. How long have we been going?
Well, there was a 30-minute period where it was recording, but we weren't saying anything, so it's probably been 30 minutes.
That's it? Me, dude.
Maybe 40, 45.
This has been an eternity.
Okay, we could try our new segment, the new segment that was Smash or Pass.
Smash or pass?
Yeah, which
Just
is
like
very...
with actual people?
No, like things.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm going to get a snack.
Okay. What do we do?
Let's do a segment of me eating a bag of chips.
I think that everything changes if me and Jackie are sitting right there, like the whole vibe of it. But the fact that you're telling us like up here that
It's like you're an audience.
I think we should do Smash or Pass.
Oh, but the issue is I don't have anything to
to smash or pass.
smash.
Well,
You can't. Wait, are we saying things?
next topic.
Hello?
Yo, we are recording right now. Are you in the office?
No, I am not. Why?
Ugh, that's okay. Thank you.
What's wrong? What's going on?
Nothing. I have to talk on a podcast to myself for a long time, and I'm not very good at it. So I'm trying to see if anyone wants to come talk to me.
Shit, I would have if you told me earlier.
I found out very last minute. That's all right. Now I'm just gonna put featuring Kelly Keegs, so we're good.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That makes me feel special. Thank you.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
at the very least.
while we're here, how is this sounding through the thing?
That's fine.
Sounds fine. Okay.
Oh, amazing. I mean, we can literally chat right now.
Well, I was gonna ask you. We'll do it quick, but how did you? Out of Order will have aired by the time this aired.
Oh, yes.
What was your experience like on the set? You've been on it before, but
my experience on set was nothing but spectacular.
fantastic.
Asking
what your experience was on set makes it seem very sexual.
Like
it
a
was,
porn?
Yeah, it was a comedy.
It does seem like that. That's why I'm answering a little vaguely. It was spectacular. My only complaint about the whole thing, I think, was that it was 1,000 fucking degrees. Yeah.
It was hot.
So hot.
We rented
Yeah.
a studio in Brooklyn, and it was hot.
It was extremely hot. Yes, Out of Order will have aired at this point, but I still have yet to see it. So I hope I look hot enough. If I do, let me know. And
It's
if I
actually
don't,
exceptional
keep it to
lighting.
yourself.
It's really good.
Okay,
Lighting.
great. Thank God, because like I've been pretty stressed about that. But no, that was so fucking fun. I always like doing those things with you. You know that. I always am like texting about it after like a fucking loser. Like, hey guys, thanks so much for including me. 'Cause
No.
I love to be included. It's so fun.
I think this actually could be a bad thing, but I think the universal belief amongst those who have made it and seen it is that's the best sketch. I do not think we've been right once with what we think the public will think is the best sketch. I think we're wrong every single time. But in the locker room, everyone thinks that's the best one.
I love that, and now I can't even wait even any longer. I always see that too whenever anybody talks about what are the best ones, what are the favorites. I never can figure out what people are going to like, but I think I've gotten to the point where I don't really care, and I just pick the one that I like the best because I trust my own judgment.
Look
because
at
I
that.
can appreciate art.
Not bending the knee to the public mob. Look at you.
I refuse.
A heroine.
I mean, today, you know what I mean? Like tomorrow, things will be different.
Yeah,
like,
all right, they were all right. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you for doing Out of Order. Thank you for
I'm sorry for
being
not
a
being at
featured
work
guest
in the
on
middle of the
KFC
day.
Radio.
I'm sorry for not being at work in the middle of the day like I'm supposed to be.
Oh, that's okay. We're recording
That's
this at
tough.
8 p.m. We can just lie.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah. Wow. I'm so tired. I actually already took my Ambien, so I've got to go.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right.
Who's the biggest name in your contacts?
Great question. Hang on, I'm going to call one more person, then we can get into stuff like that. That segment is brought to you by SimpliSafe. When an intruder threatens your home, every second counts. It's why I am so excited to tell you about the latest innovation from SimpliSafe Home Security. It's called 24/7 Live Guard Protection, and it's made possible only by SimpliSafe's new Smart Alarm Wireless Indoor Cameras. Now with a fast Protect monitoring I don't think I can even read, man. Now with a Fast Protect monitoring plan, if an intruder breaks into your home, SimpliSafe monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and clear them through the camera. It's Pavs. Warning them all that they're being recorded and that the police are on their way. It's a game changer in home security. I don't have a home, so I don't have a SimpliSafe, but Kevin's got a home, and he's very comfortable in it right now, I bet. But I'm sweating on the couch. And he's got it decked out with SimpliSafe. They hooked him up in the new spot to protect the family and everything good. The new camera is also the only indoor security camera that can trigger the alarm and instantly clear intruders with a built-in siren. And its advanced motion detection and vision AI can sense the difference. I can read, just for the record. I don't know. It's like a distance thing. And AI can sense the difference between potential intruders and pets. That's some crazy technology. With SimpliSafe, professional monitoring costs under $1 a day at a bargain for the peace of mind it provides. Right now, KFC listeners get a special 20% off any SimpliSafe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. This huge offer. Right now, KFC Radio listeners get a special 20% off any SimpliSafe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. The huge offer is for a limited time. Visit SimpliSafe.com/KFC Radio. That's SimpliSafe.com/KFC Radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Hello?
Hey, Kirk.
What's up?
Hey, so I got to do the podcast like alone and I'm not doing good. When you just talk forever, how do you do that?
Are we currently on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm on speakerphone. Let me get my headphones to have a better connection. It'll take me just a moment.
Okay.
How do I communicate? How do I communicate as a human being when I speak by myself?
Yeah. Like, Kevin's not in today, so I'm kind of just doing the show, and we've been doing it for an hour and a half. And
I saw the tweet.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not. I don't want to make this super specific, but I have a bunch of thoughts in my head. And so, like, I like to articulate them. So if you don't have many thoughts in your head, you might come up empty fairly early.
Bro, that's exactly the disconnect.
That might feel like a targeted attack. It's not. I'm just saying I can see how that might happen. What's been the what was the high point? When did you peak?
It's been pretty Hitler heavy thus far.
I assume that's Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't. I mean, as long as are you anti?
Pretty anti.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think as long as you don't go like full, like I always say, every 6 months in the news, this is one of my rules. Every 6 months in the news, somebody goes like full pro Hitler and like loses their job. I don't want you to be that guy. I'm a Feitelberg guy. Don't fall in that trap. So.
No, I certainly haven't done that. I defended him a little bit with the stuff. People are saying he liked to get shit on, and I was like, we don't need to have that. He's already got enough bad stuff.
Right. I like that. I know you're a fan of motion pictures. If you delved into, I saw your controversial Mission Impossible. Did you get into that, or has that already been?
Kirk, we already did that. We're fresh out now. We've hit Hitler. We hit Mission Impossible.
Oppenheimer.
Going to see that tomorrow.
Barbie?
Going to see Barbie and Oppenheimer tomorrow. But excited for both.
I mean, I think you should learn then from the great, like, hot takers now. Where now, like, I've noticed in Boston, I don't pay much attention anymore. I used to do radio. Now these like writers, like the sports writers, are going. Now they've learned from the national guys. They just make shit up. They're just like, yeah, like Kraft's gonna fire Belichick. Like if they lose the first game, he's gonna get fucking fired.
Oh,
like I would just start going.
God, how could you possibly care about that? How did you do that for so long? Pretend to give a shit about that kind of stuff.
Well, I wound up trying to kill myself. You remember correctly, so it didn't work out. My point is, find something that you're into and just make shit up about it. Become the hot take guy. There's no hot take movie guy. There's no hot take TV guy. There's no Stephen A. Smith for TV.
I actually
just for music.
I just said like moments ago how I can't imagine finding that entertaining or fun to do.
No.
Like,
okay. All right. Okay. Any other guests today?
Nope. Good. I think we're just gonna do is I think I'm just gonna get. This is gonna be the worst podcast of all time. In fact, I'm almost now after calling you because you're
listen,
obviously a great guest.
You have listened to Mean Girls before, right? Before you say that.
You know what, Kirk? I'm actually.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a new thing. You brought out a good idea in me. Not idea, but a thought I had. There was some hubbub around the office yesterday about the Nickelodeon thing.
It's a Nickelodeon thing.
So there was a video that went, I guess, moderately viral from Mean Girls with Jordan and Alex Alex realizing that she says Nickelodeon wrong. She said it Nickelodeon her whole life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, all right. I think you've snapped. I think you're at the point now where you're just doing. Okay, I mean, if that's your journey, that's your journey, Feitelberg. I can't get in your way.
I think it's all right. I think we say words wrong all the time. Who cares? Why is that one a big deal?
I think I say Nickelodeon.
That's what I said, and people said I was making it up. I think I say Nickelodeon too.
Now I'm actually into it. How am I supposed to say it?
It's with a D. It's Nickelodeon.
There's a D in it, but I always presumed the D was kind of like just not even silent, but just sort of ignored. Like that's an annoying D in the word. Like, just ignore it.
I'm with you 100% here, brother. I think as a kid I was tricked with the orange color. That's a neon color, and I think I kind of just conflated the two, and I'd always say Nickelodeon.
Well, the word for me when I was a kid was, I still don't know if it's nunchucks or numchucks.
Kirk, you are speaking my language today. Guess what?
Am I right, though? Which one is it?
I thought it was none, and then I saw a video yesterday that Colin Terrell, the very funny comedian, retweeted, and the guy kept talking about his nunchucks. And I was
that's
like,
what I call it.
have I been?
No.
You're numb with an M.
Yeah, am I right?
I thought it was none. I thought it was N-U-N. Can we get a Google here?
Jesus, look, it's all coming together for you. Now you got a show where you're recapping kind of mediocre Mean Girl video bits.
Yeah,
I like this is good.
I'm the Mean Girl post show.
Look at this career you've carved out for yourself.
I am happy, Kirk. I'm happy.
Oh, good. All right.
I will let you go though. It is
right.
nunchucks. Just so you know, I think.
Okay.
You were saying.
I missed your text. I haven't got one in a while, but that's okay.
I'll get you another one soon.
Yeah, I'll be around. All right, hang in there. You're almost home. Get it done.
I got like an hour to go, Kirk. It's a nightmare.
Oh, all right. Well, then call back as well. I'll be around.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Featuring Kirk Minihane. we are cooking with gas now, boys and girls.
Call Dave.
No.
Just get that out there.
No. I have numbers in my phone who I shouldn't have, and I'd call them before I called Dave.
Who's the most famous person on your phone?
I honestly don't even know. Like I don't have a lot of famous people's numbers. Kevin's very good at that. Basically every interview Kevin's like, "Hey, what's your number? Let's stay in touch." Mm-hmm. I don't do that. It's just like another person I have to talk to. But I honestly don't even like. I should start putting their people's names in my phone with parentheses famous afterwards, no matter how level of fame they have. Because at least then I can just Google famous or search famous and I see at least who's in the conversation. I wouldn't even know how to guess. I just opened my contacts. Asa Kira's towards the top. She's up there. Mm-hmm. We'll do this. I'll scroll through. We'll go letter by letter. I'll get the most famous person for each letter in my phone. Asa Kira for A. I have a lot of Barstool. Bert Kreischer for B. Like Barstool, I got a lot of Coke for C. I can already. It's Brianna Chicken Fry for C. Yeah, Will Compton, Ian Cole. No. Right? Chicken Fry beats them. Yeah. Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings might be more famous than Chicken Fry. Probably. Dude, Chicken Fry's a monster.
It's close, but
it's close.
In a couple years, but right now it's Whitney.
Yeah. D might be Chef Donnie. No, Scott Darling. E is Ebony. Okay, that's enough. F's all Feitelbergs. Next topic.
Fuck. We probably have like 20 minutes of useful footage now, so.
We're 20 total of useful stuff?
No, we're probably 30. 40.
That segment was brought to you by Cometeer. Everyone loves flavorful quality coffee, but a lot of people have settled for burnt, messy, or mediocre coffee in their daily routine. Cometeer is engineered for unparalleled quality and taste. Each serving of Cometeer is brewed from craft coffee beans from the very best roasters in the country, like Intelligentsia, Onyx, and George Horwell, and more. And George Howell, and more. It's never burnt or diluted, expertly brewed and flash frozen at peak flavor to lock in freshness. Up-level your routine for an ideal cup of coffee. For hot coffee, just drop the puck of frozen coffee extract into your coffee and add hot water to melt. Customize your cup any way you like it. From iced coffees and lattes to affogatos and martinis. Cometeer is made for a sustainable and mobile world. Cometeer capsules are made of fully recyclable aluminum and are delivered in fully recyclable packaging. Their quality focus supports the coffee supply chain, assisting farmers worldwide and roasters in the U.S. Join the future of coffee with Cometeer and get a curated starter pack of their most popular roasts. Go to Cometeer.com/KFC to get a free 8-pack and travel mug when you sign up. That's a free 8-pack of coffees and a travel mug when you sign up at Cometeer.com/KFC. All right, who else should I call? You know who I have on my phone, and I'm not going to call because I think obviously this is before the strike, so maybe that is even off the table at all. But there was talk of having this person on the show, working something out. I have Taylor Kitsch's phone number. I don't know if I probably got it 5 years ago, maybe more than that.
Why?
Like someone got it, some girl I know. Like I was in California, and this girl's like, "I have Taylor Kitsch's number. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I've never done anything with it. And I thought it would be nice when I interviewed him to go, just so you know, I could have been harassing you this entire time, but I'm a professional, and I haven't. And that's it. That's that. Whenever I get too drunk, my only fear is like, don't call Taylor Kitsch.
He's your Twitter header, right?
Taylor Kitsch is my Twitter. That's more. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
but like that's Friday Night
Friday
Lights.
Night,
That's him and Coach Taylor.
But either way, you have a man's phone number that is on one of your pictures on social media. He doesn't know that you have your phone number.
No idea. He didn't give it to me. And every single like when you wake up on a Saturday morning, and you're like, "Fuck, what did I do?" I have that same feeling. It's only about, did I call Taylor? Bro, I get 2 drinks in me, I make 2 phone calls, is what my brain says.
I think that desperate times call for desperate measures. And I think now, if you're going to use your one time to call Taylor Kitsch, it has to be now.
I don't know, man. I'm like so
KFC
scared.
Radio.
I see you getting nervous. You have to do it.
I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do
That
it.
would be insane.
Wait, give me. No, because what am I gonna say if he answers? Like, best case scenario is he doesn't answer. If he answers,
I think you just hang up.
I'm like,
You can just hang up.
Just hang up.
Just
Just see
like
if he
be like-
answers.
hang up and block his number.
Yeah. Or just say,
Just be like, is this Taylor? And then when he says yes, hang up.
Say like, "Hello, is your refrigerator running?" And
this devolves back to Jackie. He's like, we're actually doing prank calls to celebrities. Wait, Google the 778 area code. That's where this phone number is.
Canada.
He's Canadian.
Okay.
I shouldn't have this number. I shouldn't be calling Taylor.
yeah, no.
Michael B. Jordan? I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to do it. And
Yeah.
then what's going to happen is this is going to go out, and people are going to make you have to, you pussy, and I'll do it next episode. But I'm not going to do it right now.
Okay.
I think there is. I think
don't
it's
wanna harass.
because he has sent me a video.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I have a video of Taylor Kitsch going, fights, what's up?
Like, cameo?
No, it's an old video. I wonder if I still have it. It's on my Instagram, but I don't know if I still have it like in my. There's so many phones ago. It's the Dirty Honey Band sent it to me. They took it of him after a celebrity game years ago. That was fast.
Decent apple, just saying. Should have had more, but here we go. Fights, Kitsch here. Decent apple, just saying. Should have had more, but here we go.
It's what he had an assist in a celebrity game, and they sent me him doing his own recap, and pretty sick.
Really sick.
When I call him, I just play him that video. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Definitely was a lot shorter and less cool than I thought.
You didn't seem into it at all.
He's at gunpoint.
But that was pretty cool. Next topic.
Next topic, baby. All right, let's take a break. We got a meeting at 3:30.
We can do voicemails.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's do some voicemails.
Let's do some voicemails. That's what they're for.
Well, we do Am I the Asshole first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Forgot about this. Let's do the show.
Let's do the show.
Let's
do
do.
We forgot about 1 minute, man.
Let's
Am I the asshole?
do KFC Radio.
We forgot to do KFC Radio.
We were doing other things. We could have been doing KFC Radio the whole time. Am I the asshole for... Can you give me a zoom? Am I the asshole for telling my wife that I agree... Oh, wait. We're going to do Am I the Asshole now. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that I agree with her coworkers? Pat, I need a much more zoom. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that I agree with her coworkers? Throwaway and on mobile. We need that information, bud. Me, 30-year-old male, and my wife, Lexi, 28-year-old female, have been together for 5 years. Lexi and I have always had a pretty solid relationship. We do have our issues like any other couple, but we always work through it in the end. One recurring issue that has been causing some drama lately is Lexi's coworkers. About 6 months ago, Lexi got a new job at a local supermarket. Roughly 3 months into it, she started complaining about how her coworkers don't like her and she can't stand them. She kept going on and on about how annoying they are and that her coworkers claim the reason why they don't like her is because she's a constant downer. I wouldn't say anything during these discussions, but I would find myself secretly agreeing with Lexi's coworkers. I love Lexi, but one trait that has always been an issue is her pessimism. Lexi has a bad habit of thinking negatively, assuming the worst in other people, and generally has a defeated attitude. Basically, a Debbie Downer. That's me, Debbie Downer. After months of going on and on about how awful her coworkers are, I decided to take a look for myself. A couple of days ago, I had the day off, so I went to Lexi's place of work and observed her interacting with her coworkers. Lexi knew that I would be there and insisted that she would prove to me that she's being unfairly targeted. During several interactions, Lexi would endlessly complain about having to be at work. She would say nasty things about customers, etc. She also had very bad body language. She would roll her eyes and obnoxiously sigh when customers left her registry. It wasn't comfortable to watch. I was there for about 2 hours when I decided to leave and go back home. After Lexi came home from work, she immediately started complaining about her coworkers and said how they were cold towards her for no reason. She felt vindicated and said, "So do you believe me now? Now do you understand why I have to bitch all the time? Maybe now you can understand how I feel." I explained to her that, based on what I observed, I actually agree with her coworkers. Lexi exploded on me. She yelled that I'm just like everyone else, and that I'm a slimy weasel for sliding with her coworkers. She stormed out of the house and is currently staying with her mom. I'm trying my best to understand where she's coming from, but I don't know what else I can do. Am I the asshole? Jackie?
Yeah. No. Not, sorry. God. Not the asshole. That's, yeah.
I like calling out a kid in class who wasn't paying attention. I didn't even know you weren't paying attention, but I knew. Like, I didn't see you.
Just to be clear.
No one was paying attention. Just like the listeners. Because this podcast sucks. Next topic. I don't know, dude. Figure out your own fucking problems.
We'll do one more.
No, honestly, that one is just like, it's just what we talked about the other day, where it's like.
Actually, Pabs just basically did the same thing. He just decided that you probably have stuff to say on this. You just decided that you were being too grumpy and that you needed to.
I respect that. Yeah. You're like, I'm grumpy today. I'm not doing it. I'd rather have that than someone do it grumpily. Because then it is a Debbie Downer. You're not a Debbie Downer if you remove yourself from the situation and just be like, I'm going to fucking bring y'all down. If you remain part of the situation and bring no energy and say this sucks, then you're a Debbie Downer.
Kind of like what we've been doing with this podcast.
I think we've been doing it in a humorous way. That I think it's okay.
We're gonna see a spike tomorrow for sure.
I think it's the acknowledgement of the fact that it's not good. This would be a worse podcast if we were like, we are fucking killing this right now.
Yeah.
Acknowledging the truth and the fact of the matter that this is all over the place and a piece of shit makes it kind of a funny train wreck.
This might be the worst episode of KFC Radio ever.
For sure, dude. For sure. All right, take a break.
Pabs, weren't you just about to say something?
I had nothing to say. You explained, being less of a Debbie Downer.
Cool. Next topic.
Next topic. All right, let's do voicemails. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I need to go to therapy just after this episode. This has been traumatic. I have probably PTSD. I need help. This has made me realize that I need help with basically everything in my life. I need to get it together. Sometimes in life we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always clear. Like when you have to do a podcast alone, and it's somehow way harder than you thought it was going to be, and very stressful, and you're going to carry this with you for months and years to come because everyone's always going to remind you of how bad you are at it. Whether you're dealing with decisions around career, such as this, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. For example, it's helpful to learn positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those experiencing major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to fit your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com /KFC to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com, BetterHelp, HELP.com /KFC.
What's up, guys? So in regards to the Japanese mini trucks or the Kai trucks, you can get several different beds with them. They have a flat bed, then they have a scissor lift one, and then they have a dump bed. I'm looking at the scissor lift one. The only problem is I'm in New York, and you can't actually register them in New York for some reason. Now, there's a place in New Milford, Connecticut, right down the line, right on the border, that has at least 25 of them for sale. He can't get rid of them because in Connecticut you can't register them for some reason. What you can do though is open up an LLC in Montana. It sounds a little sketchy, but then you register in Montana and you have a P.O. box there and you're all good. Now for my question, and this is a weird one for fights mostly. What's your weird food combination? Mine is the famous Amos cookies and Tabasco Cheez-Its. You put them together and it is delish. All right, let me know your thoughts.
First of all, I don't understand why it has to be Montana for the Kai truck. Why can't it be just a different state that allows Kai trucks? Because they're allowed in Massachusetts, for sure. I see them on the road. That's why I want one. Or I see one on the road. But the weird food combinations. I obviously have the slop bucket, which is just everything. Right now, currently in my slop bucket, I got yams, peppers, broccoli, ground pork, and what's the last one? What did I have for dinner last night? Grilled chicken. So that's all in my slot bucket right now. But all that goes together. When the slot bucket gets a bad rap on account of the name. But rice as well. There's rice in the slot bucket. But it's just food. It's a bunch of food in a bucket. It's basically a stir fry. Onions are in there too. So the slot bucket. I don't know. I saw a commercial yesterday that was beyond repulsive. It's a commercial for Heinz ketchup. And it was on one of the streaming services I watched where this commercial came up in the middle of it. And they're talking about people who love Heinz. And, like, I think it starts with a guy pulling out a ketchup packet at a steakhouse. And he puts it on his steak. Gross, but whatever. And there's people putting ketchup on all kinds of things. I think someone put it on a popsicle. Whatever. Gross stuff. Someone had a ketchup car. All of it is stuff where you're like, ugh. But nothing that gross. Then they show a guy sitting at a sushi bar. Yeah, right here, this one. They show a guy sitting at a sushi bar dip raw sushi into ketchup. And I thought that was genuinely repulsive and kind of turned me off to the idea of ketchup as a whole. I used to love ketchup. I've been falling on my love affair. I put ketchup on less and less stuff as I get older. But I might be off ketchup as a whole now. It made me actually ill.
I'm waiting to see it because I thought that sounded good.
The sushi?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
I think you put any type of sauce on sushi and it's going to taste good.
It's not that, it wasn't that he put it on, it was the dipping into it. You thought that looked good?
That looked good.
Oh, God. Next topic.
What's up, boys? What's up, Jackie?
This is the picture guy.
So, I'm going to clarify a little about the best tits in the world. First of all, the snowboarding pictures, that was me.
That was him, okay.
I figure you guys should put them in your studio, the new studio. And that was from my snowboard career. And as far as the picture of the tits, that was me with Jamie as well. I was from Warped Tour when I used to go on tour with my sponsors. And the reason why that was not glossy is because I was running out the door and I was trying to print it, ran out of ink, and it didn't come out so good. But, yeah, those pictures are me. The name, the signature you saw was JZ, my initials, not JF.
Close.
Yeah, that was a one of one because this one never made it to light. So now that I've showed you the best tits in the world, what do you think the chances are of Jamie coming forward? Love
Zero.
to hear it. Thanks, guys.
Hard 0. However, if you weren't alive for the Warped Tour era, I feel terrible for you. Because the Warped Tour era was so recognizable that I saw those breasts and I went, that's at the Warped Tour. It was, like we kind of mentioned, time capsules earlier. I knew without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. I wonder if I even said it. I feel like I might have said it, that those are Warped Tour tits. That was I knew it. I fucking knew it. That was at the Warped Tour. I knew it. That's amazing. To see a pair of breasts, that I'm like a geolocator. I'm like KV. I'm autistic for Warped Tour tits. That was. I fucking knew exactly where that was and what was going on around. I've lived it. I've lived it a million times. I knew it. That's unbelievable.
I think that he put him on his story. I'm trying to find it. Dude, we lost the picture.
We lost the picture? Well, that's...
Someone come in and take it?
This is like when my mom used to lose her Victoria's Secrets. Like, someone fucking took it and is using it. I had the context clues that it was from a snowboarder, so it was a leading question, but boy did I fucking know it. I just knew, man. The flat brims in the picture. Found it? Yeah. The red sunglasses.
No, dude. Oh wait, okay, I'm not cutting to that.
The red sunglasses, the fucking, it's just everything about this picture screams Warped Tour. I knew it. Next topic. I can just keep repeating myself, but I have like 3 things to say, like 3 sentences to say on anything.
Hey, KFC Radio crew. I actually got a story for you today, actually about my dad. So, my dad used to go to Florida State University, and during his junior year, he lived in a pretty sketchy part of town, and he lived with a few of his friends and roommates. And one day, their sliding glass door opens. They're all just hanging out on the couch, and a few gentlemen in ski masks and pistols walk in, and they start waving them around. They're like, "Give us all your money." And then my dad's friend walks out from the shower, nothing, soaking wet, got a towel on. The guys are like, he's like, "What's going on?" These guys are like, "You're getting fucking robbed. Give us all your money." And then my dad's friend, you know, still in the towel, just hopped out of the shower, goes, "Can I write you a check?" The robbers, disrespected by that, end up pistol whipping him, big gash on his forehead. He was knocked out cold. And the robbers ended up getting out about $25 from my dad and his college roommates. So, yeah, I guess the question would then be, what is the dumbest thing that either you or one of your friends have said in a dangerous situation? All right, Vivo.
I'm so poisoned by movies where I was like, this dude in the towel is going to kick their ass. Like, I thought he was going to, like, fucking rat tail them and then, like, wrap a towel around their neck and fling one guy back to the sliding glass windows. No, he's got pistol whipped and knocked out cold. I mean, a very similar story happened to me. Like, eerily similar. It happened at Florida State University in Tallahassee. I lived on Jackson Bluff Road. I lived in Villa Cortez Apartments. I was taking a shit one day, and I heard my front door open very, very loudly. I knew my roommate, Adam, who went to Tallahassee Community College, was away for the weekend, so I was like, that is probably not a good opening of the door. And I peeked my head out the bathroom door and saw men walk in with ski masks, no pistols, and I simply locked the door, sat back down, continued playing Brick Breaker, and once they left, listen to them rummage around the apartment. Like, they were not shy. Listen to them go bedroom to bedroom, the whole shebang. And then when they left, I played Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous on my phone and listened to it in the bathroom. I don't know why. It was just a song I liked at the time. Warped Tour, baby. And when I got out, I called the police because they had stolen my TV, my laptop, my roommate's laptop. I had a Dell, he had a Mac. He was more upset. And then actually that led to me getting my first Mac, and I've never gone back. But I called the police. They came. They were like, I hadn't just moved in, but I had just bought a TV. And they were like, "Did you leave the box outside?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And they were like, that was dumb. And I was like, damn. And they said, "Did you see the assailants or the robbers or whatever word they used?" And I said, "I did. I caught a glimpse of them." And they said, "What color were they?" And out of white guilt, I was like, I don't know. And one of the officers was white, one was black, and the black one went, "They look like me or him." And I went, "You." I don't think they ever caught him. But that's that story. The dumbest thing I've ever done in a situation like that, I'm really smart. Like, I don't have pride or dignity or anything like that. So if you come in my house and you're like, "I want all your things," I go, "Well, just take my fucking things then." I don't know. I would never. Never mind. I was gonna say I would never crack wise. I might crack wise. Hopefully, anyone who robs me has a good sense of humor. They're like, he's being kind of funny. I'm still gonna rob him, but I'm like, I'm not gonna hit him. But also, actually, like we were talking about when I had to go upstairs and check my neighbor's roof deck, and Kevin was like, they were probably came to you because they can hear what a psychopath you are when you're hitting walls and stuff like that. I used to hit walls back then too, but in a different sense. I didn't have a workout machine attached to the wall that invited me to hit it. I was just in a bad relationship and we'd get in fights. It was long distance, so it wasn't that crazy, but it was still pretty crazy. But like,
it is funny walking into like someone you know's home and like there's a hole in the wall. Like in college, you guys got into a fight last night.
There wasn't one hole. There were like 100. It was nuts.
You just know exactly where it's from.
Bro, the hallway from the living room to my bedroom. Because, like, I'd get a call, and I would storm out of the living room to take my call. And then, I don't know why I didn't want to punch holes in my bedroom, but, like, the hallway leading from my bedroom to the living room had 12 holes in it. Like, it was nuts. There was... I might crack wise. Like, it was crazy. And like, my roommate, like, wouldn't even address it. Like, he'd walk by and be like, Jesus, John got in a fight again last night. I guess with what he would say in his head, but he would not say anything out loud. But it's also funny to just picture, like, punching a hole in the wall while having a BlackBerry attached to your ear. Like, God damn it! But yeah, there were a lot of... So at least, maybe they were, like, a little nervous walking around. I like to think that they were walking around my apartment being like, I hope this guy doesn't come home because he's a fucking nut job. But yeah, they robbed my shit. I don't think I would... Yeah, no, I would definitely crack wise. Yeah. But I wouldn't... No, I would say that. But you guys took a check? That's funny. In other situations where danger is imminent, I'm pretty smart about it. Again, I'm not the kind of guy who's looking for a fight or is looking to escalate a situation. So I can't imagine I have many of those. I did punch a guy in the face once at a bar fairly recently. Not that really. Like, in New York. I lived in New York. So it was years ago. But that was dumb of me.
What was it over?
He slapped a girl's ass I was with twice. And the first time I said, don't do that again. And the second time, I punched him in the face. And he was unconscious. And then people rushed me out of the bar. And then I just left. And I don't know what happened to that guy. It was actually pretty sick. I was like I threw the punch, and then as I was following through, someone else already had grabbed my hand and was pulling me out the door. And before anyone even knew what happened, I think he fell onto a table, if I remember correctly. It was in Brooklyn, I think. And I think he fell on the table, on the glasses, like movie style. Again, that's how I remember it. That might not have been reality. But I was ushered out of the bar very quickly. And I just went home. But usually I don't do that kind of thing. Usually I'm the de-escalator. Much like I am on the podcast right now. Next topic.
What up, gang? Got a few things for you. First and foremost, thank you, Feitelberg, for helping me euthanize my animal last week. Had the guy for 13 years, broke my heart, but I just kept thinking, click that button faster, baby. Let's get this over with. And now I get to blame you for killing my dog. Secondly, my parents are from Buffalo, New York. My cousins live up there. Go up there often, but I grew up in Georgia. And not only did I grow up in Georgia, but I grew up in Noonan, fucking Georgia.
No way!
So, Jackie, hit your girl up. I don't live there anymore, but not too far away. We could tear up the town. I'll show you around. And third, see you fuckers in Buffalo at the Helium, November 18th, I believe. All right, peace out.
Dude, what a great voice, man. That makes me feel good. One, well, I love killing pets. The two, Noonan. Every time this comes up, Jackie, I remember you gotta go to Noonan.
We have a calendar up if you want to pick a date.
Do you want it to be summertime in Noonan? We're gonna. Don't worry, you're not gonna end up going on this.
No, I'll go.
We're gonna go. We're gonna do. We are very bad at that here at KFC Radio.
I'll go next week.
I think other franchises are much better at saying things and doing them. We've acknowledged the problem. That's step one. We do need to get better at doing it. And this isn't you. This is mostly me and Kevin.
Let's do it. Let's book me next week.
Okay, next week. When?
Next week, you can do it on a Friday.
What's the date?
Oh wait, I can't.
The 27th is next week.
Okay, I can't do.
What do you have?
I'm gone next weekend. I'd like to be here just so I can follow your updates.
Yeah.
So let's do it like in August, like first week of August.
Okay.
What's how does August 3rd look for you, Jackie?
August 3rd looks great.
Yeah.
All right, August 3rd. We'll put it on the books.
Okay.
August 3rd, Jackie's probably going to Noonan, Georgia.
Okay.
Most likely for the day. How early flights?
Give me whatever you got.
Okay.
Whatever fits the $500.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be $500. If I had to guess, nothing's gonna fit $500.
Oh.
What airport would it be?
I don't think it's Atlanta. What airport would it be? He asked, as if it's not 35 minutes right down the highway. Fucking buffoon. What airport? The Hub, baby. The Hub. The airport, the biggest airport in America. McLean Airport, I think is what it's called. It's definitely a Mick. You're so bad at Googling things. Like what could possibly come up? What did you Google? Like what?
Well, I'm looking for flights right now, and there's 3 options. There's Hartsfield, Jackson.
It's definitely that one. I don't know where I got Mick
Yeah,
from.
that's what was like confusing me for a second.
It's 100% Hartsfield Jackson.
Fulton?
No, it's Hartsfield Jackson for sure. All right, I gotta fill all your stuff. We'll do that.
Okay.
All right, podcast is over.
No more topics.
We done?
Do you want to be done?
How long are we gone?
It says 20 hours.
For like an hour.
Probably an hour.
Fucking done. This is easy. Oh, another thing. New fucking Barstool stupid corporate bullshit thing. We got an email from Barstool people. We're just having doctor's appointments in the office now. That's crazy. Just we can just go to the doctor in the office. Hi, all. We are excited to announce our next wellness office event this Wednesday, July 19th, a biometric assessment screening. We all know how hard it is to get to the doctor. It's literally just a doctor's appointment. We're just having a doctor come in. So we wanted to provide you with the opportunity to get a quick checkup. So what does a biometric screening consist of? Good question. It's a simple finger prick that provides you with cholesterol, glucose, and they take your blood pressure, height, weight, and more. The screening won't take more than 20 minutes. For the most accurate result, it is recommended that you fast for 9 hours prior to the screening. What planet are we on? That we just have doctor's offices come into our office? For hundreds of years, people just left work and gone to the doctor. Or not, in my case. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. Do what you want with your time. Why is there a doctor going to be in the office? Next topic. That segment was brought to you by Factor. Now that we're in the thick of summer, you might be looking for some wholesome, convenient meals to support sunny, active days. Factor, the ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track, reaching your goals. Too busy with summer plans to cook, but want to make sure you're eating well. With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store, the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning up, while getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. Just pop in the microwave, easy peasy. All you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back outside, soak up that warm weather. Too busy running around to think about lunch? Keep up your energy with the lunch to go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls, salad toppers that are ready to eat when you're on the run. No microwave needed. That's nice. This July, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. I have had Factor. They are genuinely delicious. I like the process of cooking with HelloFresh when I need a little relaxation. When I just need sustenance, Factor is the move. Head to factormeals.com/KFC50 and use code KFC50 to get 50% off. That's KFC50 at factormeals.com/KFC50 to get, you wouldn't believe it, 50% off.
Yo, doggy.
What's up?
What's going on, dude?
Nothing. What are you up to?
I am laying on the couch.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm just still trying to record this podcast.
Get the fuck out of here.
We need like 15 more minutes, dude.
Get the fuck out of here. It's 5 o'clock.
I know, Kevin. It's so hard.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm sorry. It's just, we're gonna do like an out of order segment with Paz and Owen, but yeah, brother, you're not doing so hot.
Dude, I say we put out the episode and then we should release the full cut. We'll do release the Feitelberg cut, and then it's just a 5-hour podcast. Shit.
Bro, it's just me saying 3 sentences and going, you guys think we should take a break?
I'm sure they've loved that.
Dude, Jackie's so mad at me.
So mad.
She's like, it's going to be our shortest podcast ever, and it's hands down going to be my longest edit ever.
Like, how long is it? It only needs to be, what, an hour?
No, we had 6 ads.
Oh, no. Fuck.
I've called Minihane. I've called Keegs. We're going to do an out of order segment. Consider calling. Kevin, I was done 3 minutes in. I was like, I'm out.
You guys have done this before, though.
I don't know. If it was a Monday episode, maybe I would have had longer, but I don't do anything during the week. So like for Wednesday, I got nothing. Pavs literally for most of the podcast just has up a topic generator, and he's just scrolling, going, "What do you think about railroads?"
Dude, I'm telling you, this might end up being the funniest podcast that's ever been published on our channel. I bet you people end up loving this, and that's how stupid podcasting is.
We talked about Hitler more than we should. That's
see that people will be like, tomorrow's like the Hitler episode is great. I guarantee it.
Just like to fill dead air.
That's not to say that our producers won't hate you for life, but the fans will love it.
It is not. Kevin, we started at noon. It's 5 p.m. and we're like.
When you said like I gotta finish this podcast. Oh my god.
All right, I'll let you get back to it. That was what? How long was that? Oh my God, that was 2 minutes. What? How is it? I thought that was 15 at least.
I have 3 minutes on this.
You have 3. Yeah, I'm at 2:58, so we're almost there.
If I ever need to negotiate again, I'm bringing this phone call and that episode into the office and saying, "Oh yeah, you don't need me.
Yeah,
you need me,
dude." It would if you didn't exist. It would just be me going, guys, we done? Like, yeah, I said, I came on the podcast today, and I said, in case anyone was wondering, Barbie is not about the Iraq War, and then I was out. That's everything that's going on in my world.
You came to the table with one single tweet.
I said about every topic I have 3 sentences. That's it. And then that's.
And what do you think I do differently? I just give you topics to talk about.
Well, so first of all, I was like, no one else was even on the other. Now Pavs and Owen are there right now, but for the entire time, no one else was even on the other couch. So it's just me on an island.
That's tough.
And like no one's saying anything. The entire episode, particularly when I'm trying to make jokes. Like it's the Joker. Like it is so bad, dude. It's fucking Joaquin Phoenix standing there, no one laughed. Like they were texting. I'm just like trying to make jokes. No one's even paying attention. Who's in the room? Let alone who's like listening to a podcast. No one in the room with me is paying attention. At one point, I did a whole segment, and then went, Jackie, what do you think about that? Because I knew she wasn't listening, and she's just like, I don't know. And I was like, Paz, what about you? Paz was texting. I was like, what are we doing here? This is so bad. There's the people in the room. Yeah, I don't blame anyone. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm saying if you guys are physically in the room with me and you don't care, how is anyone listening to me in headphones gonna care?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Dude, we should put the 5 hours behind a paywall. Our first use of the pay-per-view machine will be this.
Bro, I had an idea at one point. It was let's do ASMR, and I just eat chips.
Oh my god. The worst. You should title this "The Worst Podcast That Exists."
Like, if you have any respect for yourself, you should not listen to this podcast. If you have, like everyone's got 24 hours in a day. Use yours elsewhere.
Yo, how much you want to make a bet that this is one of our higher downloaded episodes?
Dude, if this has anything more than half of our usual listeners, I will be upset at our listeners.
I'm gonna say that this has. Top 75% or whatever, 25%, whatever, however that work. I'm almost guaranteeing it.
It's what they say, like with like fame, celebrity, and stuff like that. Like the number one thing is like you can never grow to like anything but love your fans.
Yeah.
This would be like my wife shitting her pants in front of me. I'd be like, I can never look at you the same again. like this is the love is gone. if you think that there's,
but people are gonna want to tune in just to say, I'm usually like, I love the episodes when it's just Feitelberg, but man, this one's. But they'll listen, bro.
It's so bad.
Now, still beat.
All right.
This up for tomorrow. Yeah, well,
that's
about it.
That's 7 minutes. I think.
I wouldn't hang up.
I can. I was about to start talking to them. Owen goes, I wouldn't hang up.
I mean, this can be an ad, right? The phone call was brought to you by.
Yeah. This phone call was brought to you. I'll do a 1 minute ad for a 6 minute phone call. Then we got a new ad. All right, man. I will let you get back to it. But
all right.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
What's up, guys?
I did have one idea to help the episode. Do you remember Even Stevens?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's breakout role.
Yeah. My family got me a cameo from Stephen Anthony Lawrence, the guy who plays Beans.
No way.
So I could play it. And you guys could just put him in the thumbnail.
Give it a whirl, baby.
Alright.
Yo, Owen, how's it going, my dude? This
What'd he say?
is Stephen Anthony Lawrence, Beans, from the Disney of the channels of.
Oh, my phone died.
No! No! Wait, just reenact it. Yo, Owen, what's going up, my
Stephen
dude?
Anthony Lawrence from Beans on the Disney Channel.
No way your phone just died.
Oh, man. This is the worst episode.
Dude, so bad.
I think he's right though. It's gonna be like so good.
They're gonna ads are like we're gonna have so many views. Like ads are gonna be like, can we do? We want to sign up for KFC Radio, but one of those really bad ones. That fight.
We want to fight.
Oh, did John find out an hour before he had to do it alone? That one.
10 years experience.
11. I think this was the 11th year. Yeah.
Out of Order is out.
Out of Order is out
in an hour. I don't know when this releases.
This comes out tomorrow, so this would be Out of Order is out now.
Episode 5.
I like this. I thought this was my favorite one.
I would have to agree. I think the fact that we had not one location was in office or even around. We went to Brooklyn for 3 of the shoots all in one day.
Shout out Factory 380, another one.
Factory 380, and one just in what park was that? Herald Square? No.
Washington Square.
Washington Square. So,
what's your favorite
sketch in this one?
Yeah,
I think Make a Wish or Dark Knight are like even for me.
Dark Knight.
Yeah,
I think it's Make a Wish, and I think it's gonna end up being Lobster.
Yeah. So as of right now, we have 4 good sketches and then 1 that makes sense if you're on acid.
Which I like.
Which Amanda Bynes is.
Yeah.
So if she's
that's
watching,
the joke. That's the joke. It's from Amanda Bynes' perspective.
Yeah. It's super meta.
All right, how long has that been?
Dude, do you guys want like show and tell or talent show or something?
I can do the alphabet backwards really fast.
Sure.
ZYXWVETSRQP ONM LKJ IHG FEDCBA.
Oh, shit. That was like fast.
Yeah.
That would have been fast for
I was
front
not
board.
expecting that.
Yeah, that would have been. Whoa.
That was like a running joke when we were in high school that like if the cops stop you.
You could beat the Deweys.
You beat the Deweys, and like I learned it. Like before I even started drinking, I was like, "This is gonna be something I'm gonna have to know."
Before your first sip, you knew you would also try.
It's like, I'm gonna want to know this one.
I'm gonna like this a lot.
All right, that's about 15 minutes.
That has to be 15.
I think we're good.
It's 11.
Oh, did you already do the ads?
No.
Oh, so could those be the 4 minutes?
No, we need to fill in the space with ads.
I see the dilemma.
There's not enough recorded useful.
Dude, we
recorded
started
time.
at noon. 5 p.m. How is that fucking possible? That this is
You do this for a living and do it well. You're like one of the best.
all right. I think
That's
about
12.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Go watch Out of Order. If that didn't get you to watch it, I don't know what. It's funny.
Maybe.
Probably. If you're Amanda Bynes on acid.
All right.
Yep. Good episode.
Cool.